What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday night, and I'm listening to the Loonies. I got 5 on it. All right, so it's Wednesday night. This is episode 25 of What Should I Draw Next? And this time we're doing Harley Quinn, and we're going to do the Harley Quinn that wears the outfit from the animated series. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I've been rather busy doing stuff and painting and all kinds of other stuff, but that's what we're doing tonight. Oh shit, I forgot to go to the comments. All right, so for those that don't know, the Instagram people, you guys are going to only be able to see it at an angle, but we have a white piece of paper here. And if you want to see the whole thing, Instagram people, you can go to my Facebook page or my YouTube page of the same name, Bryan SilverbaX. So here we go. So what I've done, remember, we're starting with a blank piece of paper. We're starting from scratch so we can watch the mess ups as they happen in real time. Look at that. I'm listening to NWA. Dope man, dope man. Can I have another hit? All right. So I chose, so this is the outfit. This is the traditional Harley Quinn outfit that we're going to be using. This right here. Like that's the outfit we're going to be doing. I wish I could, like, this is such a low angle for the Instagram folks that I can't read them as they come in. And I do this by myself, so I don't have like someone that can hit the wave button. Look, I can wave at all these people. All right, I just waved at a whole bunch of people. Hopefully they like it. Oh, I don't want to bring anybody in. I don't think, well, shit, whatever that is, cancel that. All right, so that's the Harley we're doing. And what I've chosen to do is I've chosen to use this picture of Angelina Jolie as my reference. Now, I'm not good enough, or whatever you want to say. Hola, Sophia. I'm not going to say I'm not good enough, but I don't do likeness work. That's not what I do. So I'm not drawing this to make it look like Angelina Jolie. I'm using this pose to just kind of get an attractive female facial anatomy down, and so that's what I'm using it for, right? So what we're going to do is, oh, and I wanted her biting her hand like that, but I'm going to use this picture, but I'm going to put like a little smile on her face. I hope nobody's saying shit over here. If they're saying shit, I can't read it. Just know that I love you. All right. 9 inches of limp dick. That's what he said. If you guys aren't familiar, well, if you didn't grow up with an appreciation for NWA, you can't go back and appreciate it now, I don't think. But NWA was fun. All right, so we're just kind of getting the shape down that we want. Let's see, her neck's kind of coming back at an angle like this, and then this comes back like this. So, and her hand's going to be covering up the rest. But first we need to make sure that we get the anatomy of, so for me, the hard part is kind of getting the eyes right. So we know that our eyes need to go like somewhere in this area, and the nose will go somewhere in this area, and then the mouth will go somewhere in this area. The chin will flatten out a little bit, because as we should know, the eyes are about halfway between the very tippy top of your head and the very biggity bottom of your chin, right? So if we start with the eye that's farthest away from us, and so I'm using this, I really use the reference to help me with the contours of the eyes and the nose. Like I'm not, with men, it's a little bit more forgiving. People aren't as close to scrutinize your work. When it's a dude, they're just like, oh man, look at that guy, he's badass. But when you draw women, have a very, they're supposed to look soft, and I don't mean soft as in they can't do shit. I mean soft as in they're supposed to look like physically like soft, like you want to touch them because they feel good, that kind of shit. And then so once I get this face down, the goal will be to put the Harley Quinn outfit on top of her. That's the idea. So we can see that, I don't know if you guys get, I know that, I'm sorry that the IG guys can't get it, but see, there's a little right here in her nose, and if you look, it's at the same level as that little duct in her eye. So we know that that's about where the nose needs to start coming up, right? What was that noise? Ready for premium? No, thank you. I'm happy with the free shit. All right, so the curve of the nose is right around here, and luckily it worked out. That's right where our center line kind of is, right? So we take this right here, and we're going to come down and do the cheek. And then it kind of comes in, and we lose it right here in the hand. Fuck that shit. Who am I? The dope man. The only thing that's troublesome about me listening to NWA is, like, I know the words to almost all the songs, right? And I can get caught up maybe singing along, and that's not going to be good. No one's going to appreciate that. No one's going to appreciate me singing along. And not just because I can't sing, but because I shouldn't be saying those words. But I live with the fact knowing that I don't mean any of, like, none of that shit lives in my heart. So starting to look like a little alien. I think we've gone too far over with her eyeball. So her eye looks a little too far apart. So let's come in a little closer. So let's start it a little closer. So our eye's almost in the very corner. I also have trouble lining up my eyeballs, like making sure they're looking in the same direction. I've been known to like draw the eyeball with no iris on it, and then like sit back and kind of just play with the irises and move them around to see, like, I'll get one where I want it, and then I'll try to get the other one. But it's a trial and error thing. It's very much a trial and error thing for me. All right, it feels like I got something in my eye. All right, well, we're not doing too bad, it looks like. It looks like we're okay. For some reason, my face looks a little cartoony, but that's probably because of the large eyes. But I'll take what I can get. I don't want to... I don't want to poke the bear, so to speak. Like I'll take what I can get right here. And the nose, I'm not going to leave it the way I'm drawing it. I'm doing this to kind of like, so I know where things are. Like that right there. And then we're just going to do like the little cute girl nose thing. We're not really going to get into too much of the drawing of the nose. Like that's when I'll start to mess it up if we get into that too much. So most of this will probably all be erased, I think. You know what? That nose is too big. It's all going to get erased. The nose is too big for what we've got going on. So let's end it more like right here. All right, that's a little cutesy nose. It's not like I'm not going to win any awards for my women being sexy as hell. What's up, dude? Jason in the house. So we're just trying to, like, I don't necessarily plan on drawing all the lines that I'm putting down, but I'm putting them there so I can kind of keep spatial relations in my head to make sure that I've got things where I think they need to be. So now we're going to go up into the pinky area, come down, and our pinky comes down like this. Now this area of the hand, you guys can't see it, but it's rather long. It's longer than one would think. So I just need to make sure that I get the pinky like right here. I think Harley Quinn wears gloves, so it may be a little forgiving right here. We may get away with a little stuff here. So right about here, and then it kind of flattens out and goes this way. And then gradually slopes. And then there's the meat right here, all the way to the knuckle. It looks like, so it goes all the way. So there's her knuckle. And then like that part goes there. And then the next knuckle is here. Let's see. So this finger looks like it comes in right around here. Right around where her face is. All right, so there. Angle 1. Oh, no, that's angle 1. Angle 2. So I've got my fingers a little bit off. So I'll have to change mine. As long as, see, that's where it helps to already kind of be familiar with anatomy so that you don't have to be exactly like the reference. Like, I don't have to make sure that it's exactly. It got me. It did a lot of the reference did a lot of the heavy lifting for me, right? So I can kind of cheese it a little bit. All right, that's too much. You went too far, Bryan. You thought you were good, and then you were not. So as I say things, as they're coming out of my mouth, and then I end up looking like an ass with my foot in my mouth. All right. And then kind of let's go ahead and put the back of the hand here because it's starting to feel weird. Let's bring this finger in a little bit more. A little bit closer to I love you guys. All right, so let's bring, oh shit. Well, that's not right either. All right, so the kind of where this third knuckle is where we got to start this curve. All right, and so if this finger comes up here, like I said, we're moving it closer to the face. And then we'll do this. The finger's not quite big enough, so we'll just put a little bit more meat on it, like this. And then you really can't see the other finger. We'll just put like the little thing like that. Like, all right. So that's now we need to come back and make sure that our hand isn't too manly or anything. Like we don't have too much meat on it, which it looks like I do. So come in here, little connecting tissue here. This comes straight down, kind of. And we'll do like this. Like, oh, remember, we're not drawing all of this. This is just helping us keep That's not too bad. This should be a little flatter than it is. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. That should be a little flatter. Look at that. It's not perfect, but dude, it's better than I did last time. So that's all we need. And we're putting a little bit of smile on her face that is not in the picture. Or I'm going to try anyway. Who knows what will happen. Then we kind of smash the lip up a little bit on this side because her finger would be pressing into the lip, you know, applying a little bit of pressure. So maybe it would smush the lip up a little bit. All right, and then mouth open a little bit. Then we got to make sure to put the little thing up here. And then this comes in like right here. And then we got to make sure that there's some interaction with our finger and the lip. Maybe this looks like this eye needs to come in a little bit more. We're doing it's turning out okay. It's turning out okay. The hand is a little small. The hand's off, so I have to make sure that I don't get too carried away, because the hand, if I do too much, the hand will just be really bad and it'll get noticed. And the object of it is to just have the other stuff done so well that no one notices. That's what we're trying to do. I guess we should take time to show the Instagram folks. Oh shit. The Instagram folks where we've gotten. Although the Instagram folks don't hang out very often. They just pop in and then they go. All right, so now what we need to do, and I know that her ear doesn't show, and there's not much of an ear here on the thing, but I'm going to go ahead and draw like where the ear would be. And since the ear is right here with the eye, that's how we know that we've got it right where it needs to be. Kind of a pretty, and then the back of the head would be kind of straight and then start to curve like this. I tell you what, I'm kind of impressing myself a little bit because I didn't expect to get this far and have it not be completely fucked up already. So let's give me a hand. That sounds pretty stupid, but for me it feels good because I know that this is something that I don't excel at. So that's pretty cool for me. And I think part of it could be because of, you know, the stuff I've been doing lately is trying to help get better at shit. So what happens when you try to get better at shit? You fucking end up getting better at shit. All right, so now we're going to look at Harley Quinn. So she's got the domino mask. I really just wanted to see how her hat goes. How does her hat go? So it's pretty flat. So it just goes underneath her chin. So her hat can come up like this. Right? So her hat can come up like this. And then this will help us kind of like sell the cheeks a little bit. Although her cheek is, now you shouldn't have someone's cheek that high. So you just need to bring the cheek down. You should never have the cheek even with the fucking eyeball. And kind of just come up. And we got to leave room for the domino mask. So like right around here is where we'll. All right, and then that puts the little things right here. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what the hell's going on. Sorry. Like I'm looking at it in the monitor here, and it doesn't look quite as good as it looks as I'm looking at it. Like when I look at it here on my paper, it looks good, but when I look at it over there on the monitor, it looks less good. But whatever, you can't win them all, right? You can only try to be better than the last time, and I promise you this is better than the last time. All right, is there a common way that we do the mask? Looks like some of these have it close right up on the eye. So we can kind of, I've always thought that you could use the mask as kind of like where her eyebrows would be. And then we can come down like this. Right, and then how do they connect? More of like a, have this right here. And we'll have so I like to put like a little raise at the top, like, you know, like the Spider-Man eyes, like it's not the same thickness all the way around. And when you have things that aren't the same thickness all the way around, and you throw that little exaggerated extra stuff, like the extra meat right here, you take a lot of pressure off of yourself to try to have a consistent line all the way around. You're leaving yourself some wiggle room to mess up. Because having the same width all the way around is difficult. Now you just have to kind of look and make sure that both sides of your eyeball kind of match up, like with their thickness, like with the way their design. So let's bring this down a little bit, and then it'll feel a little better. And then we'll take this off of this way. That's what she said, my email tells me. All right, I don't want to get too crazy with these, because that wasn't the, like, I'm not trying to be the coolest Harley guy, so I'm not trying to do anything revolutionary on Harley. I'm just trying to make something that's passable, you know? Oh, good. She has a little bracelet thing that we can throw on here. That gives us a cool little stopping point. All right, that's where we're going to start. Is this a commission you're working on? No, Kit, it is not. This is our Wednesday night. We're just drawing for the hell of it and seeing what happens. So now the next step is to take the kneaded eraser and check your email. All right. Take the kneaded eraser and knead it. Knead up the, oh, did we show the, just want to make sure that the IG people know what's going on if anyone's choosing to watch. Oh, someone said, what's up? I see someone saying it, but they're probably gone now. So Legend of Comics. What up, Legend? All right, so now we got our kneaded eraser. And then we just roll it over and try to pick up some of this pencil. Trying to just pick up some of the pencil so that we don't have so much to worry about when it's time to erase. Got a little boo-boo on the paper right there. I don't know what that is. Like a little dirt. All right, so we're going to start with our number 3. I don't think I really need the phone. Make sure she's wearing gloves. Let me see. Does Harley wear gloves when she's like this? Yes, her gloves match the side of her head. So that means if she's doing this, that's going to be her black. That's going to be her black. All right. So since this is the thing that's closest to us, we have to knock this out first. And it's a glove, so we're given a little bit of playroom because of however thick the glove is, right? So you can play with that. You can make the knuckles a little extra bigger. You don't have to. The more you play with that, though, like the bigger you make the hands, the more manly the character will look. So use that with discretion. But you do get to draw like the cool little, like if you got the side, there's always, that's the seam. So you can do that, and that helps it read as a glove instead of a finger. All right, and then our final. And the cool thing about when you're drawing like gloved hands, you don't have to worry about the fingernails. And that's always makes the job a little easier. That makes the job a little easier. And anything that can make our job a little easier, we need to go ahead and take advantage of that. All right, let's pull up the picture one more time. I want to look at the. All right, so I think I got a little bit too much meat on her hand. So, and so it's a glove, so we can have some extra foldy stuff in there. It'll be expected. It's a leather glove. All right, I kind of got the angle wrong on that, so I need to come down a little bit more. All right, and then this is just a bunch of and then we go like this. Remember, right now we're just doing placeholders. Like we just draw just enough so that we can erase our pencil. All right, now that I'm messing with the face, I'm going to go with a 1 instead of that 3. And then we got to remember, like in most cases, this little head thing is also leather. So just remember that when it's time to make your folds. Because you can have fun with that. All right, here's where we separate the men from the boys. Hey, thanks, man. All right, now let's do this little nose. Remember, we're not going to draw the whole thing. We're just going to draw the little indicator things that it's like the minimalist way you can get away with. All right, so then that's pretty close. And that's what we shoot for, is pretty close. Getting all sweaty and nervous now. What y'all know about the West Side Connection? I accidentally erased too much of the eye on the other side, so I need to kind of come back and all right. And then let's go ahead and put where our nose would be right there. Okay, looks like we got enough. Maybe we'll draw a couple eyelashes so that it still looks female. So that if anyone comes in midstream, they kind of understand what's going on, right? All right, so now we need to draw the little cotton ball. Oh shit, my cotton ball should have gone in front of that. We can fix that. All right, so now let's, God dang, I'm so sweaty that I'm picking up the paper. I don't mean sweaty, but like tacky, like. We just won't draw anything over here, I don't think. Well, maybe we should. All right, so that's where we're stopping for now, and then we gotta erase. So now, fucking sweat your ass off while you do this. So now we just get rid of all the rest of the pencil that we have left on our paper. And Mac will be the dope dealer. Kitty Cat is a state murder. State murder. All right. Slam, dub, dub, up, dub, dub, up. Let the boys be boys. Onyx is heavyweight and still undisputed. I feel used and abused. Generation. With the fam, foolproof plan, B-boys make some noise and just slam. Slam. Let the boys be boys. Boys be boys. I hate to say this again, but as I look at this, I feel really cool that I did this, and that I did this with the pressure of being live and having my mistakes. Like I think this has turned out pretty good so far. And I wouldn't have expected that to be the case. I know you're not supposed to talk down about yourself and all that, but I really did not expect it to look halfway good as this. So that's cool. Because I'm a criminal. Bum, 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 bum. Now, what we have to remember is that this glove is black, so I will not really be messing with it much like this. I'll be using the brush pen to get most of that stuff done. Oh, I'm a criminal. If and when I do like female work, like it would be, there'd be a lot of heavy lifting on the side of the colorist. Like I would hope that my colorist would do a lot of the heavy lifting because I can't put all the lines on the face, and it's really up to them to do the soft stuff. Oh man, so much pressure. So much pressure. All right, I think we've done the hardest parts. I wish I was more of a teacher so that way I could like use these videos to like teach people, but I don't know enough to teach. I can just tell you what I'm thinking in the moment or what I do. But I can promise you whatever I'm doing is not usually the right way to do anything. So that's why I'm just like, I probably should just keep my mouth shut. I should probably just keep my mouth shut. Gotta have a little bit of puss to poke. Oh yeah, we forgot to erase our doggy. You could suck on that. No, my amigo said. Oi, oi, oi. Just checking in with you guys on Instagram. Every now and then somebody's on the Instagram part. So now remember, this is the part of the thing that's facing up and this part isn't. So we can kind of make sure that this part is a little darker. And then we can leave this open to kind of help demonstrate that that part is, you know, kind of raised. And again, I don't know what I'm saying. So whatever. Do what you want. Do what you want, man. Don't listen to me. You do it however you want to. Say, fuck you, Bryan. I'll do what I want. All right. So looks like there's a secondary light source right here for some REM lighting, which means our primary light source is probably like over here somewhere. So what we'll do is we'll do this right here. And then we'll do this right here. Do like that. That'll just be one black strip. I messed up. I shouldn't have done that. So we don't want it to be exactly the same. All right. And then this can kind of do like that. And that means this is black. This is black. And we will just we'll make the corner black just to make everything easy for everybody. Just to make everything easy for everybody. Just to make things easy on their head. The sounds of silence. And look at that. It's almost like we knew what we were doing. I'm hesitant. I want to put a shadow under her nose, but I'm afraid. Oh, let's see. Someone said it's time to go to bed. Bedtime for this old man. She looks excellent. Great job. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I'm afraid if I do too much with the nose that I will. And here I go. Like I got the pin out. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing anything else to that nose. Look at that. Well, you can't see it. It's just tacky. Like my skin is tacky. Laffy taffy. All right, so we know we got these little cotton balls, so we can just kind of have weird stuff just doing this. Right, just to kind of give that fluffy texture. We don't have to put a bold line on it. Exactly. And then, so we determined our light source is like somewhere over there, so we shade the ball. And my thinking normally is like the what people want to see is right there. They don't. So I don't need to beat myself up over any stuff that's on the side here. For some reason, this ink doesn't look as black as it normally does. Not sure what that's about. So just, just kind of make it look fluffy. Just don't have to fill it all in, whatever. All right, now this part is red and this part is black. So we have to just keep that in mind because we will we will pretend they're leather, but we'll do them differently. Or I will anyway. And I also don't know if that's the right way to do it. So you do what you want. When you draw your Harley, you can make it out of fabric. You could have it be a non-reflective type fabric. Shit, you can make it out of metal. I don't care. But in my mind, these are like little leather things. I bet she's really sweaty on like her scalp and stuff like that. If this thing's all leather, that's got to be like a sweaty head. I just assume. All right. Might as well go ahead and do the other side. All right, so that's the black side. That's the non-black side. What I'm going to do now is, for some reason, I don't know why. Like I like to add like a little row of stitching when stuff's made out of stuff. So sometimes I'll just come through and I'll just do a couple of these here and there. And since I don't feel like taking my time, I never really like measure them out to make sure that it's all like the exact same going across. I just kind of indicate that, there's a little bit of stitching going on there, but I don't think I want to stitch that. I want that to be more fluid, right? So a lot of this work that we're going to do with our leather pieces up here, for anyone that gives a shit, we're going to use the Pintail pocket brush. This is the refillable jammy that allows you to just run straight line weights and just do what you got to do. And that's what we're about to do. So the light's coming from up top. We got our little folds in the leather right here. Now this is the red side, so we don't want to get too crazy and have it read just like our black side is going to do. But play with the line weights, and then it'll look like folds and wrinkles and shit like that. And that's always fun. And you can just do some little squigglies, and that'll help it look leathery. Maybe you think there's a little shadow coming down. So we'll draw like this right here. So that'd be like, oh, there's a little shadow over there. Okay, because of the thing. You don't have to be right. You just have to be close for people to believe it, right? You don't have to be right. Just be close. Yeah, see, you don't have to do much. To me, like that's pretty much what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll do like a little thing here. Kind of help tell people this is the forehead and kind of outline it here with some shine. And that's it. Almost. See how it's quick and easy and painless for the one person that's watching over here. I mean, it's not like that. I mean, there's only 2 over here, so don't feel bad, Instagram. I said that like, here you go, Instagram, for the one person that's watching. Well, there's only 2 watching on a combination of Facebook and YouTube, so it's not like there's a hell of a lot of wiggle room to make fun of somebody or to make fun of the platform, right? Let me throw some smaller details in here. That way it doesn't look like we did it all with one pen. I don't know why that bothers me, but I try to make sure that the viewer can tell that I didn't do the whole thing with one size tool. Like I want them to see that I took the time. I didn't just do it with one thing. And I don't know why that's what I want. Maybe it's just what I want. Like maybe, maybe it's just, I don't know what it is. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to show that I care, because there's other artists that you can get stuff from that they're like, that was enough. What I just did was enough to read as leather, and it would have been fine. But what I want people to get my stuff and say, well, that looks pretty good. And I can see that he tried. Yeah, it sounds stupid, but I can see that he put some effort into it. How about that? And I'm good. As long as someone recognizes that I put effort into it, I will never be the best guy, but I will give you my effort. I will give you a good effort. Now remember, this is the black side, so we're going to do this one a little bit differently. We're just going to basically do this, but kind of like in reverse. And then since we're here, we can go ahead and just do some of these that we know that'll be because we still got to do it with the other one, but this will be where the small pieces are. Because we know where shit's going to be, because that's what we do. It's our shit. Of course we know where it's going to be. The bigger strokes towards the bottom, and then get smaller as you come around to the top. Just trying to help without shading. You're still shading, And then just look over at your other ball to make sure that you're like consistent in how much you're laying down. You don't want one of your balls to be too much different than the other in any situation, I don't think. I can't think of one situation where you would want one ball like completely different from the other ball. I'm doing this right here to kind of indicate that maybe that shadow is coming down on the ball. Oh shit, you guys can't see. I done moved off screen for you guys. There we go. Ooh, when's the last time y'all listened to the Brat? The Brat. The Brat-a-tat-tat. Because she is just so functified. So functified. I didn't know that JD said the N-word. And I'm so deaf. You got the shit you can't fuck with. Got to be careful. And another thing, like this stays wet, for a little bit. So this is usually the part in the show where I will rub my hand in it on accident and smear that shit all over the place somewhere else. And that's how you do that part. And then this will be black in here too. And then the glove will be black. So we're almost done. Oop, there it is. I don't know why I just figured that JD didn't say the N-word, but I mean, come on, he's Jermaine Dupri. He's from Atlanta. Not Will Smith. All right, we're close. Anybody? Oh, somebody just did a smiley face or something. Oh, that's Jay. All right, so this glove is black. Let me see if I'm doing this. Yeah, so that is her left hand. So can't go too hard in the paint on this one because then we just need to do a little bit of this. We don't need to do a whole lot. And remember, you can use that seam to kind of help you give the illusion of detail. Like it helps break it up. There's not going to be much light back here, right? So. All right, we're close. We're close. It's almost, look, we did this in an hour. That's not bad. Oh, we should come down with this so that way it doesn't. I gotta do something about that. That looks like a piece of the hand. It is a. I'm really good about making. What is it called when the lines touch each other? I forgot what it's called, but I'm really good at doing those on accident. There's a name for it, but I can't think of it right now. That didn't seem to help much. I just made the problem worse. All right, that's it. Bam, son. And that's what you can do with an hour and 12 minutes. Wayne's World. All right, so thank you, Instagram. And thank you guys. Stay creative, be good people, and buy some of my shit.